So math random times 6 in my case. That I can remove this hard coding by calling get side count and converting all of this to an integer, right? So something like that, according to that formula we used. There's also random class on Java API library, which is probably preferred. But since this formula or this particular thing was demonstrated somewhere in the textbook, I just used that. We'll use other examples with random numbers in the future again. So hopefully this will give me the right range. And so this time, once I essentially, I'm no longer debugging here, right? So this is really no longer debugging. Run this, and ooh, I still debug. So math random, am I doing the right thing? Math random, everything is that. Side count is 6. So my roll gets me the combination. And how come I'm still getting only the stats, series, roll the series. So I start with the particular length of series, right? Then I generate the sum, comes from the roll. I use my index to increment that index, and I do this continuously for the duration of the series, and I also call clear stats before that. So how come? Let me just make sure that I rebuild everything. Build and clean and build. One more time. Okay, run that. 2, combination of 2 has rolled 20 times. Combination of 2 has rolled 20 times. What am I doing wrong here? Stats, index. All right, let's try to find out what happens inside my series. Roll. Well, I guess I can set a breakpoint here. Switch to the breakpoint mode and say debug project. Right? So it stops, and if I step over this, the sum is 2. Okay, that's consistent with the result that I was getting. All right, so I continue my loop, and this time let me step into this. Step into. Right. So there is a pair of calls to the die 1 and die 2. So let me see what's going on here. So step into this. Okay. So die roll. Let's see what happens. So if I step into side count, it returns 6. Right. So the random executes. Series length is 19, and then I'm back here. One more time, step over, and the sum is 2. All right,